to my channel. This is your girl Bev, and today we are here to celebrate me completing yet another quarter of nursing school. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can follow my journey through nursing school. If you are oldie but goodie, thank you for riding with your girl for these last 9 videos. This is video number 10, and since that obviously means that you really F with me, sus, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, because you already subscribed, right? If you haven't, do it now. Go ahead, subscribe, and then hit the bell button. 1, because I asked you to, and that's just the polite thing to do. 2, because obviously if you with me on video number 10, you really vibing with me. So go ahead, show your support, and watch the whole video. Anyways. Alright, so just to give you guys a little recap, because we are like, this is like month 12 of me being in nursing school. So let's just give a whole recap. Alright, so 1, I am a licensed practical nurse in the state of Florida, LPN. And I am currently enrolled in a vigorous, extremely life-taking over bridge program, which is supposed to be an 18-month program, but because in the first quarter, the first 12 weeks, I failed a lab class, a 1 credit hour class, but I won't get into it. I failed it, which added 12 more weeks onto my 18 months, which turned it into a 21-month program. So I have officially completed 12 months. Yay! I have 9 more months to go, thank God. Insert a little praise dance. Anyways, so this quarter I took med-surg and pharmacology. Even though it's only 2 classes, the med-surg came with a lab and clinical. So at my school they split, even though the theory, the lab, and the clinical are all 1 grade, like you have to pass all 3. Even if you fail 1, like if you fail the lab but you pass the clinical, you pass the theory, you still fail the class. So even though it's 3 separate parts, which was 3 separate days, I had to come out. I had to go to class for theory on Thursday, Friday, and then I had to go to the lab Friday night, and I had clinicals on Tuesday, 12-hour clinicals too. Like, so let's count how many days it is. 1, 2, 3 days I was committed to going to school a week. But anyways, we ain't gonna complain. And then we have pharmacology. Pharmacology was a bear. Like, when I tell y'all this quarter was the most taxing, like the most stressful, the hardest on me. Like, I done gained weight. Like, I done gained 8 pounds messing around with this quarter. But don't you worry, because I'm about to snap back. Anyways, I gained weight. I cut my hair off. Like, that's why I got this wig on, child. I cut my hair off. It had me so stressed. Like, I didn't get no sleep. Like, my back is all in knots. I need to go get a massage. Like, when I tell y'all this was the most stressful, not to mention on top of it, I had been getting financial aid the whole time, and then they took my financial aid away. They was like, girl, you done been in school since 2007. You don't want to FAMU. Shout out my routers. Now you over here playing with us. Like, you out of money, sis. The government says you on your own. So I've been paying my tuition out of my pocket. So I have 7 days a week, just like y'all. 3 of those days are committed to school. All right, so let me go ahead and just give y'all like a brief summary of how med-surg went for me. If you're looking for like what I studied, this ain't the video for that. This is just gonna give you like my experience, how I felt, what I went through the quarter. For me, med-surg was an easier class than pharmacology. Even though they both were equally stressful, but for me, I already have the basis and the foundation of nursing in the human body. So like the disease processes is kind of basically what we were learning about. And in LPN school, we learned how to treat it. Whereas in right now, I'm learning why we're doing what we're doing, what kind of things will manifest, like how will the patient look, how this and how that is kind of how I'm taking it. If you an LPN RN transition right now and you feel like it's a different take, please correct me if I'm wrong. But for me, when you go to LPN school, they teach you hands-on how to take care of a patient. What to do, how to do it. If you see somebody short of breath, sit them up, put oxygen on them. Whereas RN is teaching me why you sending the person up, how the body regulates oxygen, how it goes through your nose, down your throat, into your lungs. And then it tells us like how the oxygen gives you a supplemental support. And if you put too much oxygen, what's going to happen? It's an adverse reaction because it does the opposite. It makes it worse. But anyways, so that's kind of how I did it. Now at my school, we take 4 exams and that's your grade. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the only way you can pass the class. If you do the full exams. Now, me, I'm smart and beautiful. Anyways, I'm smart and I know my ish. However, I have a little bit of test anxiety. I don't know, lack of confidence when it comes to testing. Maybe because I failed tests before, so I have anxiety when it comes to testing. So it's a little nerve-wracking to tell me that I only get 4 exams and that's my grade. If I pass or fail, and you have to have a 74. So you gotta really make sure that you do really well, because if you fail like one test really, really bad, like you get a 40, a 50, it's kind of hard to come back from that. Like you gotta get 100, 100, 100, and that's like almost impossible, sis. I mean, don't get me wrong. People have gotten hundreds, but I ain't know nobody to get 3 100s. So anyways, so I learned about that. I had clinical. Let me tell you about clinical. So the first day of clinical, I wanted to go to the ICU. And my teacher was like, let's see what your journal looking like before I send you to ICU. I was like, sis, you don't know me. I went to FAMU. I know how to write. So anyway, the first day was mediocre. I saw a lot of patients on the vents. With PEG tubes. Everyone was on isolation because they swab every open area, your nose, your mouth, your butt, your ears. And if you come back with any kind of disease, they put you on isolation. And more than likely, everybody has MRSA. If you go to Publix, you got MRSA. But it just don't affect you the way it affects other people because they're older and their immune system is compromised, so the MRSA takes over on them, whereas people healthy like us, it don't affect us. But anyway, so basically that's all we did the first day. I did some wound care, med administration with the nurse. I kind of just observed. I'm a student. I'm not a nurse when I'm at clinical. I'm a student, so I ain't doing the work, sis. Anyways, so the second time, that's when all the good, meat, juicy stuff happened. I was with the central line nurse. Now, my clinical was at a long-term acute care hospital. Most of y'all are used to short-term acute hospitals, like your regular ER you walk in. Well, the hospital that I was at is kind of where you are not sick to where you have to stay at acute care. They got you stable enough, but you are not well enough to where you can go home or to a nursing home or to a rehab. So they take you to another hospital that is more long term. So I was with the IV nurse who does like all of the IVs for the hospital. And this day we were so freaking busy. Like I got to see them do like 3 endoscopies. I got to see them insert a central line. These are all like sterile, really like big, like the doctor has to do these type of procedures. And I was like in there like handing the doctor like lidocaine and flushes and like holding the microscope so that he could see, and like holding the light, not really the microscope, but holding the light so that he could see where he's going. Like when I tell y'all, I was having so much fun. Like we were running all up and down that hospital, learning about documentation and the things that you have to document for state. Because you know when you're in an acute like at that setting, you got different documentation than like at a nursing home where I'm at right now. So anyways, so clinical was the bomb.com, and then Med-Surg, I passed that class. I passed the lab, where we had to do like clinical skills check off. We had to do a check off on how to insert an IV. I had to do a head to toe assessment check off. I had to do a cranial nerve check off, and also we had a couple. Oh, medical calculation, and then I had to show them that I can administer medication properly through IVs, because you know everybody know how to pop a pill out, take it. That's a no-brainer. But making sure that you have proper technique with cleaning the IV and administering the medication as, you know, less infection as possible. Alright, so that's it about med search. Let's get into pharmacology. Pharmacology was a bear, as I already stated. Like, bro, when I tell y'all, like, learning these mycins, olols, sartans, prils, benzos, like aspirins, NSAIDs, I don't have time. Okay, first of all, as a nurse, if I'm administering medication that I'm not familiar with, I'm gonna look at my drug book. Second of all, I have Google. Third of all, I know that, I don't know, I just don't feel like I need to know them off the top of my head. But anyways, I got through it because, you know, I have to do what I gotta do. So, like, my first test, I failed the hell out that test. Like, I got a 64, like, bombed it. Because you need a 74 to pass. I got a 64. So, I'm like, shit, Kristen, you got to get on your junk. You got to get on your grind, girl. You got to get this junk together because you ain't come this far to fail. Again, you already failed one class. It's over with. Ain't no more failing, no more classes. That's what I was telling myself. And, like, when I didn't want to study, I had to be like, damn, how bad do you want this, girl? Do you want this? Or you gonna be an LPN for the rest of your life. Or you gonna be an RN. Like, what you gonna do, sis? And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I started making flashcards. I started actually reading the book. Like, when I'm in class, I'm raising my hand. I'm participating. I'm always going up to the front of the class to volunteer. I know some of my classmates are watching this. If y'all in my class, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I am on top of it. Like, I'm studying. I'm trying to go meet up with people in the library. Like, I did all of that, and when I got to test number 2, what did I get? A 76. Now, I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I'm passing. I got a 74. So, I mean, you need a 74 to pass, and I got a 76, so at least you beat it. So, what I do, I want to get better, so I, like, amp up my studying again to the next level. So, I'm like, all right, now I'm doing flashcards. I'm participating in class. I'm recording myself. Now, I done stepped it up and started recording myself. I'm, like, recording myself so that when I'm driving an hour to school, I could be replaying, like, running it through my head, replaying it. Get my third test back. It's another 76. I'm like, well, dang. So, by this time, I done brought my grade up from a 64 to a 71. Quote, unquote, in my life, that's fine with me because that's a C in my life. But according to my school, in their life, you need a 74 or you failing. So, I'm still failing. I'm up to the last 12 weeks, and I'm like, shoot. Now, at this point, I'm through with myself. Like, I'm beat. This rain being so disrespectful. Did y'all just hear that lightning? Anyways, alright, back to pharmacology. So, it's week 12. We're really week 11. And we're down to the last test. Like, test number 4. Because like I already told y'all, you only get 4 tests for the grade of the class, pass or fail. And I'm sitting at a 71. So now I'm beating myself up like, alright. You done sat up here and you done played. You done flew out of town to Maryland. You done flew out of town to Houston. You done took your little fast tail down to Mexico. You done went to concerts where you should have been studying. Mind you, when I failed that first exam, I had already been to Maryland and Mexico. 2 times I should have been studying. I'm out of the country. I'm over here beating myself down. Then I come back after you done failed the test. Now you want to try to hang out and go to concerts and stuff. You want to go to Houston for Memorial Day and stuff. Like, being flip and fast. Like, really, this is what I was telling myself. So then I was like, all right, I can't take back the past. Like, I done did all of that. I don't regret it. I had the time of my life. So I'm going to just give it my all. So the last test was antibiotics. Thank God it was antibiotics, because when you're a nurse, everybody's sick with an infection, so you give these antibiotics like it's nothing. So when I tell y'all, I can tell y'all everything about gentamicin, ampicillin, about vancomycin. If you give it too fast, the person turns into a red man syndrome where they get blisters everywhere. You're only supposed to give it over 2 hours or longer because it's very potent. It burns the veins. When I tell y'all, I can tell y'all about some antibiotics. I can tell you about antibiotics so good that I got a 94 on the test. Ow. So that means I only missed 3 questions. Anyways, so just to let you guys know, if I haven't already said it already, because I've been talking, that I passed the theory for med-surg, the theory for pharmacology, I passed the lab for med-surg, and I passed the clinical for med-surg. So I have completed what my school considers the 3rd quarter of 6 quarters, but really in my life it's my 4th quarter of nursing school. I have completed it, and I'm so freaking proud of myself. So going into my 4th, aka 5th quarter of nursing school, I am going to focus. I'm going to commit and recommit to my goals every single day, because for me, I like to live my life, honey. And I'm gonna have to just put my little social life on hold, because all of that I was doing, I can't take the stress. When I get to week 10, 11, and 12 of my next quarter, I want to be so super straight that I could get like a 15 on my finals and still walk away with like an 80. Like, that's really the life I'm trying to live. Like, everything that y'all hear me talk about is gonna be about school. For all y'all that know me in real life, everything I'm talking about is gonna be school. Like, I'm so out. It's to the point where I got 9 months left for school. It's like so close that I can smell it. Like, whew, I can feel it. I can see myself walking across that stage, and that's why I'm keeping my eyes on the prize. So I'm pretty sure that something else is gonna come up next quarter, because something always come up. I already said that in like my last video, that SHIT happens. But I pride myself on being persistent and resilient. Like, I weather the storm. Like, I ride through it. I'm in the mud. Like, I'm standing in the paint. I'm rolling in the deep. Y'all get the point. Like, I'm here. Like, RN is on the way. LPN, RN. I'm already researching what I'm going to do when I finish RN school. Am I going to go get my bachelor's, or am I going to go to get my nurse practitioner? I don't know what I'm going to do. Even though, I mean, because I know somebody going to jump in my comments and say, so you got to get your bachelor's before you can get your nurse practitioner. This I know. However, there are plenty of programs that go from RN to MSN. Like, they have an accelerated program through that. So I really don't know, but I am researching. Which leads me to my next point. The reason why I'm going to be so sold out is because now that I know for sure that I want to obtain something higher than my associate degree in nursing, that I got to get these grades together, because I've been skating. C's get degrees, which is why I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not. However, A's and B's going to get you a higher degree, because you can't be applying to these schools. You can't apply to USF with no 2.75 GPA. They're gonna be looking at you like, girl, go play. Then I don't want to go to no private school where I gotta spend all this money at the yin yang, because I already done told y'all the United States government done said, sis, we done funding your dreams, so you have to pay for yourself, and I ain't got these type of money that these private schools is asking for. So I gotta get my grades up so I can get my scholarships up so that somebody can pay for this degree, because it ain't gonna be me. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed my 10th video. It's our 10th video anniversary. It's our anniversary. Anyways, so follow me on Instagram _BaddieBev, BADDIEBEV. And watch me for the next 12 weeks. I will be on YouTube more often, so that's why I told you already. Hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell so that you can get notified when I upload my new videos, because I'm going to be on here. I got so much stuff to talk about. Y'all going to see this wig for a couple videos. When I get time to go to a salon, y'all going to see me with my new little haircut that I'm going to give myself. Anyways, thank you for watching, and see y'all later.
Eat a Barbie, or something. Eat a Barbie, or something.